There's a great story in the last part of Mark chapter 4. It happens in the evening, and Jesus tells his disciples, let's leave the crowd and go to the other side of the sea. And they take him, and he gets in the boat. And once they're on the sea, Jesus falls asleep. He's asleep in the stern of the boat on a cushion. And as he's sleeping, a storm, a fierce gale blows up on the sea, and the waves are crashing over the edge of the boat, and the boat begins to fill with water. And the disciples wake Jesus up and say, "Don't you care that we're all about to die?" And Jesus gets up and rebukes the wind and rebukes the waves and says, "Shh, quiet, be still." And suddenly the waves stop and the wind dies down, and it's perfectly calm. And then Jesus asked the disciples, "Why are you so afraid? Do you have no faith?" And this made them even more afraid, and they began to ask one another, "Who is this, that even the wind and the waves obey him?" In our kids' lesson this last Sunday, Captain Craig told that story, and he made an important point. He said, just because Jesus is in your boat doesn't mean that you won't go through storms. It just means that the storms won't be able to sink you. I think that's an important thing to remember even for adults, that as we experience storms in life, whether it's transition, whether it's isolation, whether it's some kind of sickness, as we go through storms, we as believers, we're not driven to panic, but we're driven to pray. And this is my prayer, that our faith would not fail, that our prayer would not be one of worry, but that we would in prayer be driven to worship and rest in the confidence that the one who loves us is the one who holds things in his control. Church, be blessed.